Welcome to Cultivating Intuition. I'm Erica, and I invite you to join me on a journey toward inner wisdom. Today we're going to be talking about our relationship with our body. I've invited a guest. His name is Emil, and he knows a lot about this subject. So we're going to listen to him for a while, and then we're going to do a couple of practices. Welcome, Emil. Thank you so much for coming. It is an honor to have you here.
My pleasure.
Okay, let's get right into it. Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with your body?
Yeah, well, it's everything. My body almost exclusively governs my behavior.
Wow, in what way?
When I act on just about anything, it's because I get a charge in my body, and I respond to it with my body.
I see. Could you give us an example of that?
Okay, when I hear a delivery truck or something outside, my body tenses up and kind of jolts me. And then my body reacts by running to the door and barking. Then I often shake it off, quite literally, which helps the energy in my body dissipate. And then the event is over and I don't store any residual anxiety in my body.
Ah, that is fascinating. My mind's taking me to comparison between dogs and humans now. But you must be tired of being asked about this.
No, not at all. I've been intrigued and perplexed about the disconnect between humans and their bodies for some time. I think human bodies are telling them what to do all the time. They just don't pay attention to them. They favor information that comes from the brain. I think it's a cultural thing.
That's a provocative statement. Let me play the devil's advocate for a moment and ask, why should we pay attention to the body?
Whoa, that is a great question. I think humans would benefit from noticing what's going on in the body because if they do, they'll have the option of shaking it off when they need to release tension that comes from the body, but can get trapped in the mind and body. Also, the body can help you make wise decisions that involve input from the body.
What do you mean about the body helping to make decisions? Sounds a little esoteric.
Oh, not at all. This is where people often get confused. I have a practice. It's a little advanced, but it really illustrates the point.
That sounds great. Would you mind if I prep us with a little basic mindfulness activity first?
Not at all. That would be wonderful. Would you mind if I lie down for it?
Of course not. We have a comfortable spot right over there. You can do this embodied practice with closed eyes, or you can follow along with the video. We're going to practice being aware of being in our bodies, which some people refer to as being embodied. We're going to start at the top of the head. What do you feel at the top of your head? Notice this even if it's very subtle. Then we're going to move our attention down to the middle of our head, inside our head, behind the eyes. What is happening in that space? What sensations do you feel? Let's travel down to our jawline. Notice if there's any tension there. Notice anything that becomes available to you. And then let's travel down into the throat. What do you notice about this space? Then down to the middle of our chest. See what's happening there. What sensations stand out. And after residing in that space, we're going to come up to the trapezius muscles between the neck and the shoulders. It's a place where we often hold tension. Notice if there's any tension. And now let's bring our awareness up through the body, all the way up to the top of the head. And open your eyes. This practice is something you can do anytime. See if you can work this into your day so that you're practicing placing your attention consciously on some part of your body. Okay, Emil, we're ready for your practice. Emil? Emil?
Oh, I'm sorry I fell asleep. I'm so tired. Can we do this another time?
Sure. Would you like to come back next week?
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. It was so enlightening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I hope you've enjoyed noticing what's going on in your body, and I hope you continue to practice on your own. If you do and you've modified the practices to suit you better, I would love to hear about that in the comments. Thank you for practicing with me. Take good care of you.